Lean in and let's talk politics, shall we? Senate Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley has delayed a committee vote on Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh until next week. And now we are just learning that the top Democrat on that panel, Senator Dianne Feinstein, says she has received information from an individual concerning Kavanaugh's nomination and that she has referred that matter to federal investigators. Time for now the Power Panel. Back from Outnumbered, earlier syndicated radio talk show host Leslie Marshall rejoins us. FoxNews.com columnist Liz Peek, both Fox News contributors. Liz, let me start with you. It would help to know a couple of things. And I've been reading in, we don't know the source of this. Dianne Feinstein's not sharing that. So we have an anonymous, if you will. And we also don't know what it is. What do you make of it?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, Democrats are trying every possible way to delay and defer and obstruct this confirmation because politically there's absolutely no way that they can block it. Dianne Feinstein, amongst the people on this committee, is one of the more responsible participants. And if she says she has something that needs to be investigated, I am taking her at face value because I think she is a legitimate person interested in finding out, as opposed to Cory Booker and Kamala Harris, who are running for office. I think Feinstein actually may have an interest in Kavanaugh's background. That said, what we've seen so far is the revelation with great fanfare of emails and other things from Cory Booker that contain nothing. And my presumption is, and I think the presumption of most people following these hearings, that with hundreds of opinions out there, 11 years of teaching law at Harvard Law School, where, by the way, any misstep would be reported instantly by students, the entire career of Kavanaugh under a microscope, I am very skeptical that there's going to find anything that would disqualify this brilliant jurist, someone who Elena Kagan put on the Harvard Law School faculty, from being a Supreme Court justice.
You know, Leslie, it begs the question, Democrats wanted these documents and they got some of these documents and it takes time to filter through all of that. So what is it that they are looking for specifically?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, the bottom line is, and thank you for saying that about Senator Feinstein. I'm in California, and I agree with you regarding her character 100%. Democrats obviously have to speak to their base, but our base is very divided right now. There are, more centrist or old school Democrats, if you will, like myself, and then there are more that like to call themselves a socialist. And I do think that Senator Harris, Senator Booker are speaking to these individuals, and that's expected of them in a sense to put on this show. But the bottom line is they don't have the votes, so I think they're trying to delay. But I don't think this is in the best interest of the Democrats. Even Justice Ginsburg, who I like to call RBG, is in the House, has said this has become, far too political, this entire process. What we need to do as a party...
That's ironic, because she said some things about this current president that I've read that she might want to take back.
Yes, but she's talking about, this nomination process. And what the Democrats need to do, and I know we're not supposed to speak about the green room, but I did say this to you in the green room, is they need to focus on taking back the House, the Senate, the presidency, and give up the idea that the delay is going to block. They don't have the votes. They're not going to be able to block.
Elections have consequences. We've heard that before. And one of the consequences of the 2016 election was that the Republicans were in a position to confirm Supreme Court justices. And I think that is really what angers the Democrats so much, because for the last several years of the Obama administration, he was legislating through the Supreme Court, through executive orders from the White House, and the Supreme Court battered him down any number of times. In 2016, 10 9-0 judgments against him. So they are very keen to get more representation on the court.
Liz, bringing the facts. Great to see you both. I noticed you put socialist in air quotes, Leslie Marshall. Good luck with that in your party. We're coming right back.